What's up, guys? All right, so I took a poll. It seems like it's pretty split down with you guys who wants to see beginner videos and who wants more advanced videos. So I haven't done a really in-depth beginner video, so I'm going to do that today. We're going to address a lot of the issues that I see almost every beginner student, all right? Even if you guys have been playing for a little while, getting your hand ready, you can easily develop bad habits. So I want to tackle those right now. So let's start with our left hand. Usually, the very first thing that we do is a nice chromatic exercise. So you're just gonna put your first finger on the 5th fret up here on the top string, and you're just gonna do first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Now, there's gonna be a little bit of a stretch if you see my hand. In normal day-to-day routines, your hand is not used to doing that. It's not used to spreading and pressing in like that. So if you have to, 1, if you go to 2, you can move your first finger up, 3, and 4. Now, the first major issue that we see is our fingers not using as much leverage as they need to. All right, and how that usually happens is smashing down, and the string is actually pressed up against that part of your finger. Instead, you want it to be right there, right on the tip. It's pointing. That part of your finger is pointing directly into the string, just like that. If you guys can see, I'm gonna try to kind of come over like that. So you want that with each one of these fingers, okay? And your pinky is gonna be even worse. It's gonna be really, really difficult. But just because it's weak, don't let it go. You're gonna wanna strengthen that as much as you can, especially from the beginning. What also is going to happen is your wrist is gonna get like pretty sore. So make sure that if it starts getting sore here, that you stop. If your hand is not strong enough, you're gonna overcompensate by bending your wrist, and having that bent kind of blocks the blood flow, and that's how you kind of develop wrist problems. It takes a long time too, but so just be careful of that. So that's the first part, getting your fingers directly into the string. Sounds crazy. Sound crazy for some of you guys that have been playing for a while, but that is the most common problem, is everyone just kind of lays their fingers flat on each one of the strings, all right? The next one is thumb position. Now, this issue is going to affect both sides, your fingers and your thumb, and really what I call it the baseball bat syndrome, okay? Is growing up, gripping a baseball bat, gripping a hammer, just literally just grabbing anything, a glass, a cup like right here, we want to hold on as much as we can. That is not the case with the guitar. What we're actually doing, it's a little bit more of a pinching motion. Your thumb is back here, and you're literally pinching the guitar neck. So there's so much muscle right here. You're using your thumb to press against the back of the guitar so that your fingers don't have to do all the work. Now, if you take this away, one problem that I see is a lot of people put their palm here and play. You're gonna have no leverage, and your fingers are gonna be doing all the work. Not only are they doing all the work pressing in, but they're doing it in a horrible position. It's like impossible. I mean, I've been playing the guitar for quite a while, and there's like no way that I could play like that. So what you wanna do, if I turn the guitar over here, you're gonna drop your thumb down. I usually have that part of my thumb halfway, like right in the middle of the neck, all right? And you really want it sitting behind your second finger, all right? So that'll give you enough strength for your first finger and for your third, and then your pinky's kind of like hanging out. You might move it a little bit for your pinky. So make sure it's there, and you get a little bit of space down here. Now, just because of growing up, like I was saying, we always want to grip the guitar neck like that, and it's just so ineffective, and it's a serious problem. It's a very, very difficult to break out of. Now, there's a number of exercises and ways to break out of that I do with my students, because everyone is a little bit different. But really, if you just focus in, if you guys do have an issue, just send me a video of you guys doing maybe this little chromatic exercise, and I'll kind of go through a way to redevelop your hands so you can get away from that. You want to get away from that as quickly as possible. You actually want your fingers in a perfect technique. Your fingers will be like parallel with these frets going up and down, right? And that's what you really want, rather than them turning over, rather than you like gripping. So those are like the two main left-hand problems. There's a few more that we could get into, but we're not gonna do it right now. I wanna get into the right hand. The major problem that everybody does with the right hand is same deal. If I go like this, if you look at what my hand's doing right now, that is such a strange thing for your hand to do. All right, just to do these little motions. It's never happened before. And the same thing, we want to have this sense of control, so everybody picks really hard into it. All right, and they're using all of this muscle, just whacking it. We're not used to just using, there's a lot of undeveloped muscle here that we don't use because there's no activity that we need to use it for. So I want you guys to develop that by just picking lightly. You don't even need your left hand, all right? Just on all the strings, I want you guys to just go. Make sure you're going down and up. You're gonna wanna make sure that your up pick is as good as your down, all right? Down is just way more of a common motion in the position that your arm is in. Just go nice and light, switch to the next string, switch to the next string, and just keep going. See how light you can get it, nice and relaxed. All right, that is, you have no idea that how much of an issue that'll be later when I have some students and they want to come in and do like really fast, crazy stuff. They can't because they've only built up the muscle group that picks heavy. And it just gets all sloppy and gets all crazy because they don't have the control that, will give you a full range of control, because the bigger muscles are already developed, okay? So if you want to get louder, if you got this nice, right, that loudness is always going to be there. So that is another bad habit. The other thing is the way that you hold your pick. I had a guitar teacher that held it that way, which is crazy. I've never seen anybody else in the world hold their pick that way. There is no perfect way to hold it. The only thing that I want you guys to make sure is that you have control over it. So what I do is I kind of take my thumb, all right, and I curl my fingers in, but not that knuckle, so it's not like a full fist like that. It's a little bit out. My thumb, I kind of make a flag, and then I just lower it on that part of my finger. So that's kind of like sticking out straight from that part of my finger and straight from that part of my thumb, and then you move it around to get it a little bit more comfortable. But a lot of people will play it like way out here, and it's a little too far. It's kind of like holding, if you're like holding something out this way, you don't have as much control as you're holding it a little closer. So those are the main habits I want you guys to tackle right away if you're a beginner. This is not a super fun lesson, but I want you to take this and go to like some more of the fun lessons, whatever songs you guys are learning or whatever lessons that you're working on. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you.